What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy, Shane Rowe. Guys, come on in, grab your Yardies coffee, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and let's just get caffeinated. But we were already caffeinated, guys. If you follow the channel, we stay caffeinated. So we knew what was gonna happen, and the truth is they held out as long as they could. But outcomes for certain, we lost against City away at the Etihad 3-1, which for the most part of the game we looked decent, we looked compact. We actually went there with a plan, and for most of the game seemed like that plan was gonna come to somewhat, fruition, and we might escape out of there with a point. But I don't know if City is City or United is United. There was also controversial calls, right before Foden scored that first goal. So I'm not going to complain too much and say that, we should have won or we could have won. 3-1 seems like the most fair and obvious outcome. It could have been a bigger disaster. What my problem is that we cannot understand how important these other games are. This is exactly the reason why this Fulham game was so important. Tottenham are still winning games. Villa bouncing back. They're starting to win games again. Everton, Everton comes to play us at home next week, I think it is. So we should be able to grab some points from there. But guys, because of the inconsistency in this team, you can never know what's going to happen. But the truth is, and we've said this the entire season, these players are just not good enough. I mean, when it comes to a mid-table club, yeah, they'll get into the team, but there's not much players on our roster, especially in the starting 11, that we get into the starting 11 of the top 5 teams in our league, let alone the top 5 teams in the world, right? Garnacho is a young talent, and he wouldn't start in a Real Madrid team. He wouldn't really start probably at City or at Liverpool, but we need him to start. Anthony wouldn't even see the bench. The only world-class players we have upcoming, if we can keep them how they are Garnacho, Maino, right? Rashford, he scored yesterday, and look, he's come out and said his piece, and if Rashford can turn on the heat till the end of the season and get us into some kind of position of redemption, maybe he can even redeem his own reputation. I still believe that we should capitalize on him if PSG or anyone else comes in for him over the summer and rebuild this entire team, man. Lindelof, and I don't want to call players out or sound too, we're not in the game of babysitting. So if you're not good enough, you got to go somewhere else. And half of this team just cannot compete. They cannot compete with top level teams, and they don't have the consistency to even continuously make you feel comfortable with an outcome going, or especially in a home game. We got Everton coming to us next week. Everton just got 4 points back from their 10-point deduction. So now they're feeling a bit frisky. They might come to Old Trafford and get 3 more. And that's the situation that we're kind of in. And then Sheffield United's got to come to us. And you would think that Sheffield United, who's all the way down at the bottom half of the table, we would get these 3 points. But again, you're not confident enough to think that this team will get the 3 points, even though we're at home. Then there's Liverpool in the FA Cup. So the next 3 games could look decent enough, or the next 3 games could be an absolute disaster and just completely kill off the season, which this season is almost a write-off anyways. But when it comes to what we want to achieve for next season, this season kind of needs to finish off on a good note. Guys, give me your opinion. I mean, what did you think we could have won the game yesterday? Do you think that there was a chance that we should have come out with the win? I think we played as best as we could, considering the firepower that we have versus the firepower that City has. And on top of it, our firepower has been misaligning. And again, all you can say is you see how good Rasmus Højlund is, because we've become completely limp without him in the team. And when he's in the team, he's basically doing it by himself. The only real tactical flaw I didn't like yesterday when he came to the manager was when he took out Rashford. The only player that scored, I'm not saying he was playing brilliantly, but the only player that scored and looked like he was halfway trying to get somewhere, you take him out with like 15, 20 minutes left in the game, and now City was just looking like, oh yeah, the whole threat is gone. The one threat that we had on the pitch as a senior player that could probably bang in an equalizer, you took him off. So sometimes, and I'm not saying he had anybody else to bring on, but it just feels like, I guess he doesn't have anyone to pick from, but it just feels like tactically, Ten Hag just he either gets it right or he gets it wrong, man. Like it's. I wouldn't have taken off Rashford. He was the last person I'd have taken off, at least done until like somewhere close to 85th, 87th, somewhere there, when you know the game is either going to be already lost or we might nick an equalizer. But you took off the one guy who scored. I don't know, guys. Let me know what you think about yesterday. This one's going to be a quick one. It was just, it was more of a rant in terms of how we played decently enough for playing a team much stronger than us. But when it comes to us doing the same things to other teams that are supposedly a lower quality or skill level than we should be, we don't perform like the dominant team. We're not dominant even when we're playing against teams that are not as strong as us. You know, inconsistency. There's no heart in the team. There's no drive. You let me know, but I desperately just want to get to the end of the season. See if they even keep the manager. I don't really have any opinions on. I don't have any strong opinions on whether or not the manager should stay. Yes, he doesn't have the pool of players to pick from, but you know, you have to do with what you got, and you got to suck the most of all the juice out of this lemon that you can get. And he's just not seeming to do that. Especially with Rashford and Højlund, they were supposed to at least team up and get some quality goals and quality chemistry, and it just hasn't materialized. So, you know, we get to the end of the season, get as much points on the board. I don't think anybody else is going to drop points above us in terms of Tottenham or Villa. So you're looking at, we're probably going to end up somewhere in 6th place. If we don't mess about, you know, West Ham is creeping up behind us. So guys, I don't know. As much as we can do is just hope that we get the results from now to the end of the season. The game against City, we obviously know, was a write-off. Hopefully things start to change in the coming future. Hopefully the summer is the beginning of a new Manchester United era. The last decade has been dismal and just dreadful. So let's hope the summer is the turning point that we need. And whether it's Ten Hag or any other manager, just get this entire structure fixed from the top to the bottom so we can have a team that we're kind of proud of, because that's the problem. You're not even proud of the team. If they were playing well and they lost a game or two, I don't think any United fan ever is upset with a genuine effort. But they don't look good enough. They don't look prepped well enough. They just don't look like a team at all. But you guys let me know. We'll leave it there for today. We move on, onwards and upwards. We play Everton next at home. Let's try and get these 3 points, guys. All right? Like the video, comment, and don't forget to subscribe, guys. Hit the subscribe button. And thank you for watching. So God bless you. GGMU. Peace.